Man, in today's video, man, I want to talk to men about being protectors. And the message I want to drive home today is keep it simple. Let's talk about it.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave like everyone else. You were born into bondage. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
All praise to the Most High Yah Shalom. Thank you for tuning in to another Righteous Spirit-filled episode. Today I'm back at an In Them Trenches handling that kingdom business. You know, man, on this channel, man, for young men, man, I promote the basics. You know, man, even if somebody was like, man, hey, we want to pay you to promote our weapon, to promote your firearm or whatever the tool is. Man, I want you to understand, man, I developed skill sets as a man, as a protector with the basics. Even in the military as a drill sergeant, man, we taught trainees the basics. We didn't give them the latest, highest end weaponry and gadgets and optics. We taught them the basics. Man, I was a drill sergeant when optics weren't a part of the curriculum. Every trainee had to be proficient at iron sights. So today, man, I want to tell you, as young men, I want to give you some encouragement so you don't overcomplicate being a protector. Man, when we look at the firearms industry, you know, man, there is all kind of niches and connoisseurs. But being a protector is simple. It's about being effective. When it comes to protecting your household, your loved ones, and making sure they're trained and proficient, it's about keeping it simple. You know, I'm not here today to tell you that, man, you need to, you know, if you buy this firearm, you know, the forward grips and all of this stuff, and you got to change the trigger out. No, I want you to understand bullets don't have a conscience. And when they're aimed in the right direction, and the sights are set on your enemy and the trajectory of them is center mass, man, you're good to go. You know, man, right here, I have a Taurus handgun, $250 pistol. I don't give a dang if a high point is all you can afford. Man, there's people out there that would say, man, high point, that's a trash weapon. But there's people out there that have proven, man, you can dump 1,000 rounds through a high point without having any issues. To each his own. That's not what I'm here talking about. What I am here talking about, man, we are in the last days and you as a man can no longer afford to sit by and think somebody else is gonna come save you. When you're hearing somebody lift up the window on your house and your daughter's coming to you, daddy, somebody's messing with my window. You don't have time to wait. And don't let the guy at the gun store fool you with telling you, man, you need this $2,000 Beretta, because that's not the case. If all you can afford is a high point, man, get you a high point. If all you can afford is that doggone, $150, $200 pistol, keep it moving. Get what you can and keep it moving. But what I am stressing to you is proficiency. Proficiency. You've got men out there that's got hammers, they ain't proficient. They can't drive a nail nor hit a target if they throw it. What good is it to be a connoisseur of firearms, but you can't even fulfill your basic responsibility as being a protector as a man? Man, I know men that's got a plethora of firearms. They're collectors, but they're not proficient marksmen. I tell you, man, on my EDC, which I keep is a very inexpensive, simple firearm, man, I don't trick it out with all of that stuff, because if I have to use it and I have to fire on somebody, I know it's going to be confiscated. So I don't want to have an emotional attachment to a firearm. So I keep it simple and I keep it stupid. You know, when it comes to iron sights, the sights that are already come on a firearm, man, iron sights have been winning battles well before optics get here. Well before optics were here. Stick with the basics. No matter what you got, I don't give a dang if it's a cheap knife and people say, man, that's the worst knife ever. That's the worst knife ever. That's the worst handgun. That's the worst rifle. Man, do what you can afford and focus on getting target center mass. Man, there's a lot of people out here selling gimmicks, selling stuff that ain't gonna work in a gunfight. They ain't never been in no doggone gunfight, ain't never seen conflict, ain't never seen war, ain't never seen battle. You know, I don't give a dang if you're boxing or learning martial arts, man, don't fall for this gimmick stuff. There's people out there telling you, you need to, be a part of my program, and they're doing these drills showing you how to poke the eyes on somebody standing still. You think your enemy is gonna let you gonna stand still while you try to poke their eyes out? Step one, step two, no, keep it simple. Keep it simple. A lot of this stuff is gimmick and it won't work real world. But I tell you, I'm using High Point as an example because firearm connoisseurs would say, oh no, that's a bad firearm. But if that's what you got, I don't give a dang if it's a High Point, if it's a Taurus, if it's a Bursa, whatever it is. Man, focus on getting rounds down range. Point and shoot is going to be your most effective drill. Point and shoot. Too many men get caught up in doing long range pistol shooting when 97% of firearm engagements or self-defense shooting happen between 9 and 21 feet. There's no need for you trying to shoot 100 yards at a pistol. That's what a rifle is made for. That's the reason why in the military we teach rifle marksmanship starting at 25 meters, 50 meters, all the way out to 300 meters for every soldier that comes through basic training. Pistol marksmanship is up close. It's up close and personal. I'm telling you, as a protector, keep it simple, keep it basic. Separate being a connoisseur and a collector from actual proficiency. You've got men out there that probably got a $50,000 worth of arsenal. But guess what? If you grab one firearm and have them run some drills, some live drills that are based upon practical scenarios, 9 times out of 10, they're not proficient. Your average man walking around that says, yeah, 2A, man, my state just allowed it. We don't need a permit. And they go get a firearm, strap it to their hip. I'm telling you, these men are not proficient. Man, I'd rather have a man that's capable with a High Point and effective with a High Point stand beside me or stand to protect his family than a man that's got a whole armory and ain't prepared for nothing. Don't let these gurus oversell you. I'm telling you, you can get hyped up on watching Special Forces, Ranger, Marine Soak, all these different videos, but man, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. Start with the basics. Start with the basics. Start with the basics. I can't stress it enough. You know, the reality is, man, you need to focus on point and shoot and drawing. I want you to understand, man, if your draw of your firearm, it don't matter. People want to know what's better, out the waistband, in the waistband. It comes down to, man, what are you fastest at drawing? I don't give a dang if you on the back waistband or whatever, on the stomach waistband. I don't give a dang, appendix, side, rear, it don't matter. Whatever you are proficient at, that's what's going to count when it comes down to it. I want you to think, man, there's fundamental shooting drills that you need to be proficient at as a protector. And a lot of this stuff have nothing to do with, close quarters combat, modern warfare, conventional warfare that you're seeing a lot of these gimmicks and stuff being able, that's out there to sell programs, to sell equipment, to sell seminars. Stick with the basics. You know, I want you to think about it. If the reality of protecting your family, and you know the fight is gonna occur 19 to 21 feet, 97% of the time, why are you not spending 90% of your time focused on that? That's the reality. That's the reality of what you're dealing with. Okay? You take the distance of your house from one end to the other, width or length, don't matter. Man, that's the maximum distance you'd be dealing with. Man, far too many men, you know, you become a gear junkie. All of this gear, and you don't never think about the practicality of it. When the reality is, man, when you're out with your family and y'all are going to get a nice dinner and you're loading your family up in the car and somebody runs up on you, man, all of that gear, all of this stuff that you've put your pride in, all of this stuff that is near and dear to your heart, you got this emotional connection with, man, it does not matter in that moment. Man, I tell you, my EDC is a Smith & Wesson bodyguard due to the small compact size. Man, my goal is to doggone neutralize a threat or to halt a threat momentarily while I get my family up and out of there. Home defense is another different thing. People will tell you, here's something I want you to think about. People will tell you to go get all these big calibers of firearms, and you don't even understand the percussion that firearm is going to have in a room. Why? Because a lot of these people have never engaged in close quarters combat, an actual shoot house, to know that, hey, man, you might want to think twice about having this stuff because you're going to be deaf. You're going to be deaf. It's about keeping it simple, keeping it stupid. It should be so simple to the point where you almost got to be stupid to fail at it. That's how simplistic and basic this should be. Now, I'm speaking to the young man. I'm speaking to the new husband. I'm speaking to the man that is new into carrying a firearm, weapons training, learning how to become a protector. I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to the novice. I'm not speaking to anybody that, you know, you got 20, 30 years in EDC and you shoot on a weekly basis. No, I'm talking to the average young man that's just taken a wife, you got a family, and you want to be proficient at protecting them. Keep it simple. You got some people with, I'm telling you, man, the critics will tell you, this right here is a, just to show you it's clear, no magazine. This is a Taurus G2S. I've had this for 3-4 years, and it does the job. I'm proficient on it. You got some people would tell you, no, you don't need to get that, man. That's a crap manufacturer. It's crap, all of this. But does the enemy care? Does the enemy care? Or is the situation you're going to find yourself in as a man about getting rounds down range? I want to tell you something, man. When you look at the military and the firearms we shoot, when you look at military grade, man, look up how low on the charts that is. But they get a lot of them at bulk pricing, and hey, that's what you're training on. Okay, people think, man, I got to get the best ammo. Man, I got to get this Nosler ammo and this ammo and Winchester, all of that. Man, stick to the basics. Find you ammo that works for you, that works for your budget, is effective. When it comes to pistols, stick to that same grain count because different grain counts fire differently. Their point of impact is different at different distances. The United States military shoots remanufactured ammunition. Man, man, if you shoot 30 rounds, you're liable to have 2 duds. You know, coming straight. And this is stuff that they buy. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I cannot stress it enough. If protecting your family is the goal, keep it simple. Keep it basic. And I'm talking about basic to the point of you got to be stupid to fail at it. And maintain proficiency. Man, I had a guy comment. He was talking about everybody Everybody needs to, if a nuke gets dropped, everybody in your house needs to be able to shoot. Well, I'm telling you, if you're bringing a gun, a pistol to a nuke fight, oh, you have no idea what you up against. But the statement he did make was correct. So if you got everybody in your house, that is proficient, you want them proficient at a basic level, meaning they can grab whatever firearm that you have or that's in your house and be proficient at it to neutralize a threat. That's what you want. Man, you don't want your wife digging through your little armory, your collection, and he told me not to touch this one, and she can't even figure how to work this stuff. And you got these savages trying to come up and ravage through your house? No, man, your children too. You can train them at an early age. Man, when I got married, man, my sons was 4 and 6 years old at that time that I got married and brought them into my house. But at that moment, man, we started learning gun safety and basic marksmanship. Everybody in my house, including my daughter, my oldest daughter, is an avid shooter. Can shoot on the move. Can point and shoot. Keep it simple, keep it basic. Closer to Yah Ministries, kicking it gun barrel straight, making biblical masculinity great again.